Hello, welcome to the Real Estate Market Watch. I'm Bob Gibbs, and this is video 9, or the last video in our series that talks about how to maximize the return on the sale of your home or investment property. This one we're talking about the escrow process. So, we've gone through the whole part of deciding why you want to sell, getting the home ready to sell, pricing it right, having the right mindset while you're in the marketing period, getting offers and looking at offers, and now you have an accepted offer. So now what happens? Well, now we get into the escrow process. This is where most deals actually fall apart in escrow, and for a lot of different reasons. So what I'm going to talk about really is to kind of give you an overview of what happens during escrow. I'll not tell you everything that can happen because it's just a huge list, but I can tell you the process that we go through. So as soon as we have a ratified agreement, in most counties, either the buyer is responsible for opening escrow or it's a shared or joint thing. But whoever's responsible for opening escrow will open escrow. So what that means is that all this document goes into a intermediary. So this person or this company is in charge of accumulating documents and payoffs and everything else from both sides. And they actually get the deposit check that the buyers put down as a good faith, and they open an escrow account and they put that in there. So they're basically in the middle, accumulating everything, making sure that title is clear. They issue title insurance. They make sure that that there's no liens on the property, and if they do, they understand what they are, and they share that information with everyone. They issue a title report to inform everyone the condition of the title of the home or investment property. So that happens right at the beginning of escrow. And so the next thing that really happens is that all the inspections are ordered, and whether it be the buyer or the seller who's actually paying for them, they order inspections up front. If there's going to be a loan that's going to be used by the buyer to acquire the property, they order appraisal on the house. So the loan company or the bank will send an appraiser out, and they'll kind of get a value on the house and determine if it's worth what they're paying for. All this stuff happens basically during the contingency period. And I'll give you a quick definition of contingency period. Contingency period is that time where the buyer is performing their due diligence on the home. So what is intended to happen is that the buyer is going to educate themselves on the condition of the home in total. The home, the surrounding area, the loan likelihood, all that stuff happens during the contingency period. It's only when the buyer is satisfied that they understand the condition of the home that they actually remove the contingencies and go forward with the sale. So during the contingency period, a lot is going on. As I mentioned, all the inspections, the appraisal, the bank will take the appraisal that came in for the home, and they'll decide whether or not they're going to lend on it. The buyer will take all the inspection reports and they'll review those and decide if they want anything fixed. And if they do, they'll issue what's called a repair request. And I'll give you kind of a high-level idea of what a repair request is. So the buyer gets all these reports in, and what they're really, anything that's other than health, safety, or functionality, I would consider frivolous and not worth it. So if they're saying, well, the paint color is not right in here, that's kind of frivolous. However, they say, it looks like the inspector said that there's mold in the bathroom and we need to get that taken care of, that could be a health or safety issue. So if it's health, safety, or functionality, something just flat out doesn't work, that's something that's really kind of reasonable to ask for to a seller to repair. In many cases, though, these are complete as-is sales, and so the buyer knows that they're doing their inspections just for their own notification. The seller's not going to fix anything. So that's the first part of it. And then once the buyer is satisfied, they remove contingencies. So what's happening the second half of the escrow is really where everyone's processing paperwork. There's really a lot of silence from both buyer and seller at this point. And usually escrow's 30 to 45 days. So the first half of that, or the first 2 weeks, is all this activity. Then it kind of goes quiet for a while. And then at the end, the bank has gone through all their process. They generate the paperwork necessary for the buyers to sign. Sellers go in and sign, and you basically transfer the keys over. So here's a couple of things that happen in escrow that can go wrong. Either the house isn't in the condition that the buyer expected it to be, and they ask for a lot of things and the seller says no. Well, that can kill a deal. So you really need to look at what the buyers are asking for, and again, make a good business decision as to whether or not you're going to accommodate them or counter back, or just say forget it, and then let them decide whether or not they want to stay in. Another thing that's been hurting deals lately has been appraisals. That's why it's important when you're looking at offers. If someone comes in with an offer that's way over asking price and they're not paying cash, and you don't think it'll appraise, it probably won't. So you need to consider offers that are strong up front, and it's something that you think it can appraise based on the type of financing that they're getting. But appraisals have been hurting a lot of deals lately. So if something comes in and your home is being sold for $1 million and the appraisal comes in at $925 and the buyer says we can't make up the difference, then you as a seller have a decision to make. They may have to come back and say, we have to lower the price, or you can say, you know what, we're going to move on and we're going to try to find another buyer who's putting more cash down and can make up the difference. So those have been kind of the biggest two things that have been causing the issues in escrows these days. Last thing I want to say about escrows, again, understand why it is you're selling and have a good mindset, because this is a very, very strenuous time. People are inspecting the home and they're finding things, and you're hearing comments during the inspections, and the buyer's in there measuring things and talking about paint colors, and the roof is bad, and it goes on and on. So stay calm, remember why you're selling, keep a positive mindset, try to have a sense of humor, and if it's a family situation or just even a couple, remember that you're in it as a team, and whatever happens, you guys have to approach it as a team, not as individuals. That's it for this series. As always, please give us a call, and if you have any questions having to do with selling your home or investment property, we'd love to help you. And as always, we're here to help you realize your real estate goals and dreams. Thanks again. Bye.